Здравствуйте, дорогие друзья, с вами WWEKorgeGames, и мы играем сегодня в NFL Madden 19. Что ж, завершился у нас регулярный чемпионат. 10 туров было сыграно. По средствам 10 туров мы определили 16 команд, которые попали в плей-офф. Первое место занял Кливленд, второй Нью-Ингланд, Грин-Дей, Сан-Франциско, Теннесси, Нью-Орлеанс, Даллас, Тампа Бэй, Аризона, Джексонвилл, Миннесота, Лос-Анджелес, Реймс, Индианаполис, Питтсбург, Лос-Анджелес, Чарджерс и Хьюстон. Вот такие вот 16 команд у нас попадают в плей-офф. Что ж, матчи на вылет, дома гости. И если ничья, то у команды тех, кто большая разница забитых и пропущенных мячей. Какой-то такой формат сетки плей-офф у нас. И сегодня плей-офф откроют две команды, которые заняли 9 и 8 места. ARIZONA Cardinals против TAMPA BAY Buccaneers. Buccaneers или пираты, наверное, какие-то. Buccaneers. Не столь важно. Ладно, давайте начинать. Не забывайте про лайки, про комментарии, про подписку. Все ссылочки, как всегда, в описании. Увидимся. Поехали наслаждаться американским футболом.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Arizona Cardinals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With that, let's head over to Raymond James Stadium in Tampa for the call of this one. We bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Now we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Just a minute ago, it was Jameis Winston leading his Buccaneers out of the tunnel. They're on their feet here in Tampa as the Bucs get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
On the return, this is Jacquizz Rodgers. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
Big, highly competitive pocket passer, can scan the field and make every throw that you're looking for. Also one of those players that people love to have on the squad in terms of leadership. As he goes, his team will follow.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll try to throw now. Winston drops it to Jones in the flat, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
First down carry by Jones. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The tackle made there by Buchanan. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
A give to Jones, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Chandler Jones coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Bradford now from the 50. Gets it to Bryce Butler, complete. 23 yards on the play.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that
time?
Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
A first down throw for Bradford. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Bradford. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Bradford. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald from 13 yards out. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Here's Phil Dawson now for the point after. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time, and the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. Rodgers on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And a catch right side by Evans. The 15 yards there on the catch and run. One quarter down. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Tampa after this message. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter, and they've got it here with a 1st down. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Let's go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs.
Ready? Boys, head up.
From the gun, Winston. He finds Humphreys. A Buccaneer 1st down as Winston hooks up with Humphreys. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Play action now. Winston rolling to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Ready? Boys, head up. Let me go.
The give is to Jones. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
On 3rd down, Winston. And some room to work. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jameis to throw it. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. One back in the game. That's Jones. 2nd and goal. To throw, Winston. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Marcus Golden in there to get him for a loss of 5.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Winston now. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. DJ Foster set to return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, Bradford. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. First down, Bradford. Throw left side, caught by Butler. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Bradford now to throw on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
I can put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Bradford. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Nelson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Bradford finding Nelson for an Arizona first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Gresham. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To the air again with Bradford. That is caught at the 7-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Bradford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Now Dawson for the extra point. Dawson tacks on the point after, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. Rodgers on the return. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Bradford on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Bryce Butler, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On 3rd down, Bradford over the middle, complete. That's Nelson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
Automatic
You've
first
got to
down.
know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. The first down carry here for Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford. Now a hit and the ball comes out. Bradford's lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working out of the gun, Bradford. The 20. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Bradford now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now Bradford on second down. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That time a 9-play drive. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. Rodgers on the return. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down, Winston. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On third down, it's Sims, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They go play action here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Ready?
Working out of the gun, Winston. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that'll make it 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Winston. And that is incomplete. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Dirk Cutter's guys go for it, but come up empty. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 1st down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on third down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Bradford. And he finds Fitzgerald. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And Dawson's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now Jameis on 2nd down. And this is caught by Evans. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. On third down, Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Marcus Golden in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation. They'll run it with Johnson. Down right around the 25. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still second down.
They go to Johnson again. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Noah Spence in on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Cardinals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still third down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. On the ground, This is Johnson, and he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Tampa.